Welcome, welcome, ladies. I am so excited that you're here. This is just very, very fun for me because I love giving these master classes, and I always know that the right people are here, the people who really want to increase their income to make a bigger difference, and that's what I'm all about. So you can see, as you can see that big smile on my face, that I love working with women. I love doing what I do and really making a bigger impact, and I can't wait to share this with you today. So thank you for being here. If you haven't done so already, grab a piece of paper, grab a pen, or if you like to take notes on your computer, go ahead and do that. You're definitely going to want to take notes. I'm going to give you some incredible tidbits here that you're really going to be able to use. Some awesome information, but more importantly, I'm going to give you things that you can implement right away so you can start getting financial results. So I'm very happy that you're here. I want to congratulate you for showing up. So awesome. And my computer just froze. One sec. That's always fun. All right, you guys still there? Shane, we okay? All right, looks like we're okay. Okay, so here we are. So this is the unconventional wisdom for financial planners. And really, I'm going to talk about how to borrow beliefs so that you can go straight to taking the action so that you get the financial results. So oftentimes we have these beliefs like I can't do it, even if we're not always clear on these beliefs, maybe we don't notice it, but it's in there and it actually prevents us from taking the action we need to take and more importantly from getting the financial results. So as a financial planner and being in the business myself, I keep having an issue with the computer and I don't know what's going on. Sorry guys, it keeps popping up and so I have to clear out. And this is not awesome. Don't know what's going on here. So give me a second, guys, so we can move on. Let me close this stuff. It's weird. It keeps popping up. So hopefully it will stop doing that because I don't know how to keep going if it does. A little technical difficulties. So let me keep trying again. We'll keep going. Okay, here we go. So this is the year of the woman entrepreneur. I really believe that this is your year to shine. This is your year to make a greater difference and make more money because if you're anything like I was, maybe you struggle in your own financial planning practice, and I want to show you how you can really break free this year. I really feel like this is the time, and it's all starting to happen for women more than ever, and I really want it to be your time. So here we are as women, there's always something that we want, anybody, but there's always something that we want beyond that wall. And there's always oftentimes something holding us back. And so I want you to imagine, what is it beyond that wall that you would like? Like, what do you need to break through to get? Is it that you want more assets under management and so you can have a more sustainable business? Is it that you want to close more high net worth clients? Is it that you want to add maybe financial planning and an additional income stream to your practice? Maybe you're not getting paid for financial plans yet, and you'd like to add that so that you can get paid for your advice. What is that going to give you? What is it specifically that's going to give you? Because when you have that sustainable business, and you have recurring income, are you able to spend more time with your family? Are you able to help more people? Are you able to make a bigger difference? So I want you to think specifically, what is beyond that wall for you? Because whatever it is, I truly believe you can go get that. I always like to think of the people that I help, like what is beyond that wall for me. I have to break through so I can help more people because that really is the driving force of everything I do. And I love working with women. I work with women, I help empower them in money and business. But it's not just you that I want to help and the specific women that I work with. I imagine all the people that those women, if I help you, then I imagine all the people that you're going to help, and then all the people that they're going to help, and they're going to help, and they're going to help. And it really is this domino effect. And especially in this industry where you have the power, you have the ability to completely change someone's life. Completely change someone's life. Because money is something that we have to deal with, and we get to deal with every single day. And if you can give them a better relationship with their money and help them today and also tomorrow and in the future to have a better life with their family, then it's so impactful. So I love working with financial planners because I know how big of a difference that you can actually make. So your beliefs and behaviors determine your success. Your beliefs and behaviors determine your success. And that's what I'm going to show you today, so that as you shift either one of these things, your beliefs or your behaviors, you can completely shift your own financial situation and your own success. So here's what you're going to learn. You're going to learn something called the belief loan phenomenon. You're going to learn the 3 key elements to help you get better results faster than ever. And you're going to learn the 4-step system to selling that works every time. And what I mean by that is that it doesn't mean you're going to close every sale, okay? Because I wouldn't expect you to close every sale. And in fact, if you do close every sale, you're probably not charging enough, or you're not offering the right thing. So I want you to understand that selling is just the discovery of a match. And when you use this system, you're going to really understand like who is the right client for you and who is not. And the right client's going to step up and say, yes, I want your help. Please help me. My computer is doing that thing again, so keep going. And lastly, you're going to get your next steps. Goodness, this is kind of, sorry guys, this is what happens when things don't work. I don't know exactly how to fix this is my problem. So we'll hope it doesn't do it. Keep doing it. Thank you for being patient with me. I have such great stuff to give you, and hopefully technology will be on my side. Come on, technology. So the last thing is that your next steps to making this year your best year ever. So for some of you, I'm going to show you a way that we can work together and actually do this as, as a team, because I love working with women out in the community, and I love to bring other women together. So we'll talk about that. Here's my promise to you, that if you apply this stuff, that 2016 can absolutely be your best financial year ever, ever. Why not? Why not make it your turn to have your finances go through the roof, right? You're always helping other people. Now it's time to help yourself. So stay to the end, because I'm going to give away some gifts. I have my best-selling book. It's an international best-selling book called Mind Over Money Management. And it's the subtitle there, if you see it, it's Strategies Your Financial Advisor Won't Give You. Now, seeing that I'm working with financial advisors, you might be thrown off by that. But actually, I think it's really different, because this is something that you can use with your clients that really separates you from everybody else. Because it's not that financial advisors won't give it to you because they don't want to. It's just that the industry isn't teaching these things. The industry isn't really focusing on the mindset that people need to build wealth. And some of the strategies that I'm going to give you and help you with to grow your business is really so you can help other people, your clients, grow their wealth as well. And this is something that's not taught in the industry, so I think you're going to really love it. So at the end, I'm going to ask some questions, so make sure you pay attention. And then whoever answers the question first will get this nice little prize. And then the second thing I'm going to give away, the grand prize, is a business building session. So I'll go over that as well. And some of you, or one of you, I should say, will get to work with me personally to help, so I can help you grow your business. And that will be a nice grand prize. Also at the end, if you have any questions, write them down, because I will absolutely stay to the end until all the questions are answered. So if you're wondering, well, how does this apply to me? Or how can I get through compliance? Or how did you do that? If you have specific questions, just stay to the end. I'm happy to help you in any possible way that I can. So I'm really here to serve you. So here is the problem. This is the biggest problem that I see right now. There is information everywhere. Now, this should be something great, right? We have information. If you go online, you can find out, how to market yourself, or how to book a talk, or probably even you can find how to close, more assets under management. But information is not giving you the result. It's really not a lack of information. That's not what's causing you to be where you are. Wherever you are, and I don't know if you're thinking, and maybe use the word stuck, or you're feeling like you're not happy with your income. Or maybe you're doing great, you're making, 10 grand a month, or making more than that, but you still feel like you're not making as big of an impact as you want to make, or you want to make $1 million a year. Well, having more information is not going to be the conduit to get you what you want. So it's really it's information versus implementation. The real path, the path to get you straight to success, is that you need to find exactly the specific things that you need to implement. that you need to even just tweak. Sometimes they're little tweaks so that you can get those financial results that you want. So here's what I found. Okay, this is something, now I got a little confession to make. I went through a stage where I was very addicted to information. And in fact, I was always looking to gather more information. I would go to these seminars and I would get all this great stuff because I really, as a financial planner, when I first started out, I was really, really struggling. And I wasn't finding, like, within my broker dealer, I was getting the training that I needed to get more clients and really, get more assets under management. And by the way, at the time, I had just been a singer-songwriter, so I went into the industry with really no assets. I did not own a home. I actually, I was pretty much, I didn't have actually debt before I started, but then I got in the business and started to get debt. So I was really struggling financially. And what I realized was this thing that I call the crazy eight, which is this crazy eight of success where your beliefs influence your behaviors, which influences your success. So this is the key to having everything you want, because if your beliefs influence your behaviors, if you believe that I can do it and anything is possible, well, that is going to influence a behavior where you take action, maybe pick up the phone and call someone, or go do a talk, or ask someone for the money, or ask someone to sign the contract, and that will lead to success. But my problem was that my beliefs were actually holding me back. And I learned this at a seminar that, it's your beliefs that are holding you back. But then I would try to change my beliefs and I couldn't, So I was noticing that the information that I was getting wasn't allowing me to change my beliefs to get that success. And instead I got the same old thing. So I'd go back into this pattern of, well, I can't really do this. Gosh, I feel like a fraud. Here I am, a financial planner. I'm supposed to help you make money, and finally get the opportunity to sit down with someone who makes $500,000 a year and has $2 million. And I'm like, how am I going to help them? I don't have money. I just started as a financial planner. I was 29 years old. So the beliefs that I had kept holding me back. And then I wouldn't take those actions. I wouldn't make the follow-up call, or I wouldn't follow the script, or I wouldn't, go out to networking events to try to meet people. And then I just got the same old thing. And even though I had the information from the seminars of what I was supposed to believe and what I was supposed to think, it didn't stick. And I kept going through the same old thing. But once I began to implement, and I'm going to show you what I did specifically to do that, then I started to not actually shift my beliefs, but I'm going to tell you about this concept about borrowing the beliefs. I started to borrow beliefs from other successful people. And even though I didn't always believe it myself, and I had these doubts, and I wasn't sure if I could do it, and I felt like I was a fraud, because I actually had a coach to help me, I implemented. I modeled the behaviors and I started to get success. So I'm going to tell you more about how I did that, but that is the gist of what I did. So this was back in 2008, just a couple years after starting in the financial planning business. And I was, like I said, I was struggling financially. I was actually making $2,000 a month. And I created this vision board. Again, I was inspired by going to these seminars, and I'm like, I can change my beliefs. But what was cool is that I also started to take the action. So I saw that I could be making the money, and I saw that I could have a successful business. And then I started to take the action. And because I had a coach to help me through this, I grew my business like incredibly, incredibly fast. So my what I first started doing, so I'm not sure if you sell financial plans yet, but if you're anything like I first started and I had to, kind of sell commissionable products to start making money, because as you know, that if you start at 29 years old, you start working with the people that you know in your network. And even when you have those big clients come in, you don't necessarily close those. So I was working with people, who were very much like me, who didn't have much assets. And because of that, I didn't really make much money, because even if they started, saving in their IRA or something like that, I'd get like a little bit of a commission. Or maybe they would get a life insurance product and then I'd get a little bit bigger commission. But then what I didn't like is that my income was tied to whatever commissionable product they got. And even though I knew I would never sell them anything that I didn't feel was appropriate, I was so influenced by the wholesalers coming in and telling me that this product was the best thing since sliced bread and this product was the best thing since sliced bread. And I was like, wow, these things seem amazing. But then I felt like it wasn't always the best thing for my client. And as I realized that I really wanted to help my clients no matter how much money they had. And so I started to do financial plans. And at first I would just charge $250. And I kind of framed it as like, this is a $500 financial plan. But if you work with me, it's kind of like a bribe, really. If you work with me, I will waive the second half. And so they would pay $250. And if they worked with me, they wouldn't have to pay the second half. And that was, after a while, I thought that was kind of ridiculous because I felt like I was bribing them. So then I just started realizing like, no, it's a $500 plan. I'm going to charge $500. And what happened was I actually learned this sales system, and I'm going to teach you my version of it called the FCC sales system. And by doing that, I got to really know the problem my clients were having. I got to really know what they really wanted. And I got to really understand what the gap was between where they were and where they wanted to be. And when I did this, because I saw that I was providing so much value to my clients, whether they had money or they didn't, they would actually find the money to pay me for the financial plan. And then because I had so much value, I'd start raising my prices. I got more and more confident. And so I literally went from 250 to 500, just like these little stair steps, to 750, 1,000, 1,500. And when I was getting to that point, it became much more than a financial plan. It wasn't just, here's your financial plan, madam. It was really like, here's your financial plan, and what else do you need to help you get there? So I started doing cash flow analysis. I started working with people. I created a system called Kim Jim, Know Your Money to Grow Your Money, where I would give them something called a money mask. I'm going to talk about this later, but that would get them started to have clarity of their money. And then I would work with them for 6 months to get them that clarity and get them in control of their money. And as I did that, I went all the way to $9,000. In fact, I went beyond that, much more beyond that, but that was just within about 18 months, I went all the way to 9,000. For some of you, that might be really fast. For some of you, that might not be that fast. And what's cool is that this was quite a few years ago when, I had a coach, but I didn't have I had somewhat of a community, but not the full-on community that I needed. And because of that, I was constantly battling my beliefs. And I did slowly, create this success that, for some people was very, very fast. But what I've found is that my clients create the success even faster. So I've found that the shortcuts that I've now created for my clients are way faster than the shortcuts that my coach had created for me. So it keeps getting better and better and faster and faster. And I'll give you some of those examples as we go through this. So it was very, very exciting. I grew my business, very quickly, I think, and had more importantly than growing my business, I started to feel congruent with what I did. I started to feel congruent with who I was as a financial planner. And I started to really feel like I was making a difference, which is why I got in the industry to begin with. And my clients had such transformation. So I just felt so good about what I was doing in this world. When my beliefs started to shift and my behavior started to shift and I started to get this success, it wasn't just success in finance, it really was success in other areas. And I started to attract the man of my dreams. I'd been single in my 20s for 10 years, and then I attracted this lovely, lovely man. And I don't know that you noticed because I didn't point it out, but on my vision board, I actually had a picture with a guy, me, supposedly it wasn't me, but a picture of who I was going to be walking with the guy and a little baby girl down on the beach. And I noticed years later that I actually manifested this, as silly as that may sound. And when I met my husband, or who now is my husband, I also got a daughter with that. So she was 2 years old when I met her, and so many blessings in my life, but these two are the main blessings. Sorry about that. So very, very awesome. And then here they are now. This is, where is it? Where are you? There they are. Here they are now. That's my daughter, Phoenix, and my dog, Moxie. So my two little ladies in the house that I love to death. So when you start to shift anything in your life, it really affects every area of your life. When you put your attention on your money, you put your attention on your business, you put your attention on helping people, what I find is that it really affects every other area of your life. And that's what I want for you. So here I am now. You saw my best-selling book. I also have a TV show called The Financial G-Spot, a radio show called Let's Talk Money. And the reason I show you this is because I want you to start to think about how, sometimes you may think in this financial planning world, it's not possible, I can't do that, and I'm not sure what your rules are through your broker-dealer, but it's all about finding a way to still have your personal brand and still stand out among the competition, because everyone and anyone, I guess, is a financial planner to some degree. There's so many financial planners out there, and it's really hard to differentiate yourself. So I also want you to start wrapping your head around, how can I stand out? How can I be unique and different and really have a strong personal brand? Because that will make a huge difference in attracting clients as well. So the problem that I told you, beliefs influence your behaviors, which influences your success, is also the solution, which is great, because this is exactly what happened with me. I had these limiting beliefs, right? These beliefs like, I can't do it, I'm not good enough, I'm a fraud. And then it affected my behaviors in a negative way, and it affected the outcome in a negative way. But once I started to borrow that belief, I took the actions anyway and started getting the success. So I want you to, for a second, think about the most successful people you know. And if you go into the famous people we all know, think about the Oprahs of the world, right? And think about what their beliefs are, and let's just test this theory. So one of Oprah's beliefs is to surround yourself with only people who are going to lift you higher. Now, that might seem like a simple belief, but if you live by that and you take the action or model the behaviors of people who do that, then you're going to get that success. It will show up. So I want you to think about how you can borrow. What if you could borrow the beliefs and take a loan, just like you would money, except that you never have to pay it back? If you could borrow this belief, whatever those beliefs are of those successful people, like the belief that you need to fail in order to succeed. One of the beliefs that my clients borrow all the time is something that I tell them all the time that I just love, is that in order to really succeed, in order to get to where you want to be, you got to go through the swamp. And we talk about this analogy of like, you're in the swamp, things just are tough, and maybe right now you're in the swamp and you feel like you can't get out, and you keep getting pushed under, it keeps throwing your head under, and it's disgusting, and you just want to get out. And sometimes you might not believe I can get out, or you might not believe like I can do this. But the idea is that there's someone on the other side holding a rope that has the right beliefs, that knows you can get out of that swamp, throws that rope in there and starts pulling you out, and showing you the way. And that's really what I did. And that's what I got from my coach, is that I had to borrow his beliefs. I had to see the path. I had to hold on to that rope and do what he told me to do. And then I started to get incredible, incredible results. So you might be wondering, well, how do you borrow this belief? We heard you. It sounds cool. Okay, borrow the belief. I don't have to change my belief like the seminars say. Just all you got to do is borrow the belief. But how do you do that? So here are the 3 key elements, and it's going to help you get better results faster than ever. And I've been alluding to it because this is how I got the success, and this is how my clients are getting the success. Number 1, you have to have a mentor. So I don't care how you slice it. If you tell me that there is a successful person who doesn't have a mentor, I'm going to call BS on you, because every successful person has someone that helps them get there. And that is a true key to shortcutting the success. Now, if someone took forever to get to the success, they might have done it on their own, because you can either have a mentor or you can have mistakes, because either way, you're going to learn from someone who's done it before and their mistakes, or you're going to learn from your own mistakes. So the shortcut is to have the mentor. The second thing you need is a community. I'll go over these more in a sec. And the third thing you need is total commitment. So the mentor. So what's most important about your mentor is that he or she has gotten the success, has had the success that you want. So if you want to lose weight, for example, you want a mentor who has lost weight. You don't necessarily want a mentor who is thin and just naturally thin. Like ideally, you want a mentor to help you lose weight who's done that before. If you want a mentor who's gotten the financial results that you want, who's made hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars, and that's what you want, then you want a mentor who has done the same. So it's really important that you find a mentor who has gotten the results that you want and who you feel congruent with in the way that they got them. The second thing you need is a community. So here is the picture of my community. These are the femme ladies. They're just wonderful, wonderful, beautiful, beautiful people. And many of them came to me just like this. They were on a master class. And it's such a beautiful community because it's not just me holding them up. It's that they're holding up each other. And the most important thing about the community is that you're with like-minded people who have gotten who all want similar results. So they all want the same thing. In our mentorship, the focus is making money so you can help more people, because I truly believe that the more money you make, the more people you help and the more value you provide. So we're all congruent with that. And they all have similar problems. Maybe they have trouble asking for the sale. Maybe they have trouble marketing themselves. Maybe they have trouble that they go through with, not feeling confident, or they have a lot of information, but before they weren't really implementing very, very well, or weren't taking much action. So you want them to have similar problems and all want the same thing. That's going to shortcut your way to success. And then the last thing is commitment. Okay, I know I have this picture of a wedding ring, but it's true. You have to marry your business. You have to decide that this is not just a hobby. This is not just a side thing. This is not just something I do. This is something I do because it's who I am, because I want to make a difference. And, I'm very passionate about what I do. I'm very passionate about helping people, as you can tell by now. But really, I remember the day I got into financial planning. I was on my way to San Francisco. I lived in the South Bay in California. I was literally on my way the next day to move to San Francisco. And I was going to, I had my whole car packed and ready to go. And I got this call from a financial planning company asking if I wanted to come to an interview. And it happened to be the next day when I was going to be on my way to San Francisco. And I was like, I do not want to be in the financial planning industry. I was a singer-songwriter before that. I didn't really ever think that was something I wanted to do. And all I knew is that I had a big desire to help people. I didn't actually have a big desire to make a lot of money. But I went there because it was on the way. And I remember this woman who was speaking about it. I remember her saying, as a financial planner, you get to help people save for retirement, to buy a home, and to send their kids to college. And like this light bulb went off where I was like, oh my God, there's actually something extremely noble about this. And all these, ideas I had about financial planners, really misconceptions about financial planners in terrible beliefs, like they're greedy, they only want your money, like terrible, terrible things, that all disappeared. And all of a sudden I realized that my desire to help people was actually available through the financial planning industry. And I got so committed to that result. I was like, this is what I want. I want to help people financially. And when I started, I had to first help myself financially, because I was, then I started going in debt. I had all these issues and I was really struggling. And so I had to truly, truly commit to not just the business, but to the end goal, that I had to be congruent. I had to be financially successful myself so I could help more people. And that took a huge, huge commitment and paid off. So I've designed this FEM mentorship, and I'm going to show you as we go through this. I'll get to the end. I just want to let you know that this is something I designed based on these principles, that I wanted something where my clients would have a mentor to help them who's gotten the results that they want, and to have a community that would build them up and lift them higher so they could surround themselves with those people, so that they could always borrow the beliefs, that the days that come even after you get a result where you think, oh, I'll always feel confident, but the days that come and where you get that doubt again, or you feel like, how am I ever going to make another sale? How am I ever going to get more assets under management, or whatever it is, that you have women to build you up and be like, no, you can do this, Janet. No, you can do this, Teresa. And there's something incredible about that I couldn't even do on my own, that I didn't even know I could create so successfully. And it's not me, it's that the women care so much about helping each other that it just builds everyone up. And this is the mentorship that I've created. I'm very, very proud of it. So I'll give you an opportunity to apply for that if that's right for you. But it's all based on those three principles: the mentor, the commitment, the mentor, the community, and the commitment. And it's phenomenal. That's the thing I'm most proud of in my life right now. I'm very happy with everything I have, and my husband and my daughter and my dog, but I'm most proud of creating this. So that get me all choked up a little bit. So before I go into, we're going to get to the 4 steps of the sales system, the FCC sales system. I want to make sure that you know and you are aware of these potential saboteurs that can really destroy your beliefs. Even if you have, you start to get these beliefs like, oh, I can do this. And you start to believe, wow, this sales system really works. If I just follow this, I can get that. What happens is that there are these 3 potential saboteurs that kind of lurk in the distance to knock you back down. And so I want to go over those so you're aware of those so it doesn't knock you down. So the first thing that you need to be aware of is the saboteur that is yourself. So your mind is actually designed to keep you safe. There's this part of your brain, back of your head right here. We call it the critter brain or the lizard brain, and its job is to keep you safe. Its job is that you survive, not to thrive. So that means that no matter if you're in debt or if you're getting by with $3,000 a month, or let's say you're just comfortable off, let's say it's more, it's $10,000 a month, and you're surviving whatever it is that you're surviving, then its job is to just keep you there because that's what you've proven is safe. I talk about this in my book, how if people go into debt, they're actually looking for more debt because you've told your brain that you can survive it, and most people who are in debt survive it for decades. And once you've done that, your brain is just like, hey, stay here. This is what we know. This is what we love. I'm going to keep you safe. And that means that you don't get to thrive. And so wherever you want to be, remember beyond that wall, right? You want to get more assets under management. You want to close more clients. You want to double or triple your income. Well, there's this part of you that's working against you. So recognizing that and hearing that when you hear those things like, oh, don't do that, that's scary or that's risky, you got to quiet the mind and say, yeah, thank you for keeping me safe. I appreciate that. But now I don't need to be safe. I need to go get what I want and have everything I want. So it's really, really good to be aware of because it's usually just your fear talking. The second thing that could sabotage your success and sabotage your beliefs are your friends, your family, and your spouse. And they, of course, because they love you, they want to do the same thing as that little part of your brain wants to keep you safe. So oftentimes your friends, your family, your spouse also haven't been where you want to be. And so it's unknown to them. And so their job is just to remind you, hey, we're good here. Even though they want you to make more money, even though they think it sounds great, if you have to take any risk to do so, no, stop, pause. That's not what we want. Because their job is to just make sure that you're taken care of, which is lovely. But it's not necessarily getting you what you want. So again, recognize that and say, okay, great, thanks. My parents used to always, they used to always try to kind of keep me down back to earth when I would go to a seminar and be like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna double my income, and they'd be like, okay, well, why don't you just start with incrementally do this, and I'd be like, okay, don't let that get to me, because then I would, and I'd go double my income and I'd double it again. Don't tell me I can't do it. I just had to quiet them as well. Other mentors can also potentially sabotage your success. I mean, there's a woman that I met with once who really wanted to increase her fees. This particular woman wasn't in financial planning, but she wanted to increase her fees as a coach, and she was charging $400 a month. And at the end, I said, well, it sounds like you want to charge a lot more. And it seemed like she really had a lot of leverage. She was 27. She was living at home. She had a boyfriend. She wanted to move out. I mean, really sounded pretty bad. But then she was like, oh, no, I already have a business coach. And I was like, how much is your business coach making? $400 a month. Like, she was paying her the exact same thing that she was charging. And so sometimes, even though mentors have your best interest in mind, if it's not the right mentor or if it's for a specific thing or another, you want to make sure to have the right mentor for the right thing. And then the other mentors, you don't want your health coach telling you how to make money. You got to kind of keep them separate, because even if they're right, it's all about your beliefs, because that's what influences your behaviors and determines your success. So even if they're right, if you get confused and you lose the confidence and you start to doubt that belief instead of borrow those beliefs and go for it, then it's going to sabotage your success. So let me give you a quick example. So this is a client. She's new. She's one of the femme ladies, and she recently did a talk, and it was amazing. Like, she followed great coaching, and she got 17 new leads from the talk, which was unbelievable. I was so excited. Now, I was anticipating that from that, she maybe would get half, because if you've ever done a talk, you probably know that if you offer something for free, oftentimes people say yes, but then they don't follow through. So she did a fantastic job. She got 14 people to actually follow through, and she closed 8 out of those. And these were paid money. She actually got paid, and that's 57%, which was insane, which was really, really great. And that's because she followed this FCC sales system that I'm about to give you. And in that same first month, she increased her revenue by $5,000. So it's really, really incredible. Now, this is someone, her name is Janet, who she would call me and be like, Robin, I don't know if I can do this. You know, her beliefs, she would like start totally sabotaging herself. She would really be beating herself up. And I had to just remind her, like, this is what I say to my ladies. I'm like, just borrow the belief. This is the belief. And I would tell her, here, this is the belief. You can do this. It doesn't matter. You don't even need to have confidence. You just need to follow the system. And she'd follow the system and get the result. Just borrow my belief, and she would do it. So that's because she had, you know, obviously me as the mentor, and then the community of women who would support her to do that. So let's talk about your behaviors. So here's the specific behaviors that you can model so that you can get the success. Now, this is the FCC sales system. Now, I want to tell you, if you've, excuse me, if you've ever learned a sales system and, you know, through your broker dealer or whatnot, excuse me a sec. It might be good, but I'm telling you, this is incredible, okay? I adapted this from something I learned from my coach that got me those great results going from 250 all the way to 9,000. And I adapted it to make it really, really easy for you to understand and implement right away. So I want you to really think of this as gold. And I've talked to people who are extremely successful, making multiple 6 figures, and I've taught them this, and then they go and take one little thing and go close more sales and at higher prices. So it's pretty phenomenal. So I want you guys to be able to use this as well. And now if you're not doing financial plans yet, and you don't necessarily, you know, charge for advice yet, and you don't know how to double your fees because you're doing commissionable products or assets under management, doesn't matter, because this is invaluable to use when you're just closing any sale. And that could be going from a talk to, you know, a free offer. That could be going to the free offer to, you know, a variable annuity, anything. When you use this system, it is like gold. It's incredible. It goes like this: FCC, MW, yes ladder, and offer. And here's how it goes. So this you can write down. This is a great template to use, and it's very simple. You just ask this question: what are your frustrations, concerns, and challenges? And now you want to ask this regarding money. You know, when you're asking clients, like if you're talking specifically, let's say they're at the point where they might need long-term care, you can ask, what are your frustrations, concerns, and challenges when it comes to your future health, or when it comes to getting older? You know, so you can guide them to what you want, but you can use this, and then your job is to, I always do this, zip it, you know, close your mouth, be quiet, and listen, and then dig deeper. And you must get to these frustrations, concerns, and challenges. And this is not to just hit the pain so you can manipulate them. It's not about that. It's about understanding the real problems. Because if you're going to help them solve a problem, you better know what it is. Okay, so then you go to magic wand. And magic wand question is just, if you could wave a magic wand, what would you like? And then you get them to start dreaming and like imagining what it is that they want, and then how it's going to make them feel. Because it's not just that they want a big, beautiful house, or that they want to send their kids to college, or that they want to retire. How is it going to make them feel when they have control of their money and they have security? How is it going to make them feel when they're able to send their kids to college and they don't have to worry about their kids having to pay off their student loans? Like, how is it going to feel for them? Because you want them to see it happening, because the only way they're going to get what they want. Now, if they don't work with you, which I hope they do, because you're probably the best person out there for them, but the only way they're going to get what they want is if they have enough leverage to take action. And our hope is that they take action with you. But I want you to have the conviction that even if they take action somewhere else or themselves and really do it, that they're going to at least have enough leverage. Like, there's enough pain there if they don't, and there's enough of what they want, and we call it pleasure, that they're going to do something about it. You want to motivate them to action. The next thing you want to do is what's called a yes ladder. I've never seen this in any other sales system like this. So the idea is that you want to trick that back of their brain, like I told you, that's just trying to keep them safe. The job is to basically sabotage their success because it just wants to have them survive. It's to trick that part of their brain to just shush, to get out of the way so that you can just help them, get rid of the fear and help them do what they need to do and save, let's say, for example, even though they think right now in the moment, it just feels good to spend everything. So some questions that you can ask are, did I get that right? That's an easy question to answer with a yes. Another one that's easy to answer yes is, does this make sense? Yes. Has this been valuable so far? Yes. I'm just having fun here. Do you see how this could help you? Yes. It's very hard for people to say no to any of these questions. And does this feel like something you'd want? Yes. So the job of the yes ladder is to transition them to the offer so that they're in a pattern of wanting help and saying yes. So that if they really do want help, which is the only thing you're trying to figure out, right? If they really do want help, that they'll say, I want your help, and they'll be ready to say yes. The next thing is the offer. And you want to do two things. You want to anchor the value and you want to make it irresistible. Now, depending where you are with your financial planning or with your financial planning business, maybe you're not doing financial plans yet, but if you are doing financial plans, you can always anchor the value, which is talking about the price. So if you're going to charge $500 for a financial plan, you want to tell them it's first $1,000, okay, or $500 or $750. It doesn't matter. Anything above that price. The reason you do this is because everybody likes a discount. And the reality is that price is arbitrary anyway. Okay, so it's all arbitrary. So as long as you know that you can give them at least $1,000 worth of value by giving them that financial plan, then it's okay to say $1,000 and then give them a discount, charge only $500. Or as long as you know you can give them $10,000 worth of value, you can use that as an anchor and then maybe charge $5,000. So you don't always have to cut it in half, but people love to buy and they love discounts. So you want to give them that experience. Now, if it's more of a product and you can't do that, obviously, you can still quantify the value by finding out, well, if you had this, what would it, like, how much would it help you save? For example, if they had long-term care, that could help them tremendously because obviously if they don't have the insurance, they're going to have to come out of pocket. So you can anchor that in different ways. And I'm going to give you an opportunity to have a call with me and we can talk about how do you put this into practice. How do you, with your customized solutions, your customized options of what you offer people, whether it's product or assets under management or financial plans, we can talk about how do you customize and use this so that you can really fit it in and get the financial results that I know you're here to get. One other, I think I have one or two more clients to share, but this is a couple here. They're twins, as you can see. And they're not financial planners, but they're incredible. And the same principles apply to them that apply to you. You just have to tweak things a little bit. But they had an introductory offer. They increased it from $1,000 to $2,000. So they increased their prices. They had the ability to do that. And they found that they provided so much more value to their clients that their clients were happier. I mean, they were happy paying that amount and they got so much value that they would end up more likely to close the next step, which was really amazing. Their revenue almost doubled. It went from $12,600 to $21,000 in about 10 months. So it was about $87,000 shift, which is incredible. They're very much so action takers, but they always talk, like when they do videos for me and stuff, they'll always say how what Robin taught us was to do tweaks. Like we did little tweaks. We didn't even have to change it that much. And it felt good because I'm not trying to change the way you do everything. I'm trying to give you a way to tweak things to make it better so you provide more value for your clients. And then you also get the financial results that you deserve, because aren't you sick of helping other people like get to financial freedom, but you not being there? I mean, that just doesn't make sense, right? And then the last thing they did was they quadrupled their outstanding contracts from 46,000 to 211,000. So that means that they had a year before, they had 46,000 of potential business to close. They didn't close it all, but that was in the funnel. And then a year later, which was in January, I got these numbers, they had 211,000. Some of that is starting to close. I know they just said they got an $8,000 check, which was pretty cool. So it's incredible. So you got to model the behavior. So some of these behaviors that they modeled were using the sales process, the FCC sales system, to model the behavior of asking for the money, right? Or going from understanding the stages of the sale. So you need to understand those things and have the skills and tools for business so that you know which behaviors to model, which actions to take. So when your beliefs, when you have the opportunity to borrow the beliefs, and remember it's those three key things, when you can just borrow the beliefs from your mentor, from your community, then you're likely to model the correct behaviors, take the right action, and then you get the success. And then the success builds on success, because once you get the financial success, you start to believe, oh my gosh, I can do this. Oh my gosh, this system does work. And then it perpetuates itself and it goes in this lovely, crazy format, just goes and goes and goes and keeps going, which is amazing, which is how I've been able to have this success. Because every time I help someone, and even though if I charge more than I charged before, and then they get more, like an even better, faster result, I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. Because sometimes when someone writes a big fat check, half the work is done for them because they're so motivated to get the result. And I find that with my clients a lot as well. So I wanted to feature this new woman who's in my femme program. I literally met her like less than 2 weeks ago. I think it was a week and a half ago. Her name is Jen. And she just started. She's been in the financial planning industry for about a year, and she's not had great financial results. Okay, she's barely getting by, and I won't say exactly how much money she's making, but very, 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 very little. And so she just started the program. We literally had, I think, one call. Started last week, and the first thing she did was she got into action. Now, she didn't necessarily have the beliefs like, oh, I can do this, or I can make $10,000 a month. But she borrowed my beliefs, and I said, look, don't worry about believing and having like the confidence yet. Obviously she's pretty young, but I said, just go take this action. And I showed her some of the systems. She implemented the FCC system. She set 2 new appointments. And then the first one that she's only had one so far. She told me this like yesterday. I got a message from her on WhatsApp, and she closed her first strategy session for $300. And this is someone who just started doing financial plans. She's a CFP. She just started doing financial plans. And her broker-dealer is pretty flexible in regards to like what she can do. But she had to deliver like an actual plan, right? So it had to be something. So she's going to have to give them some like cash flow analysis or something. And she was able to charge $300 for it and get paid. Before she had sold a financial plan, it was $1,000, and she'd get paid $100 a month for a year, basically. So that's the best she had done. And then boom, one day, first go, $300. So now she's going to start increasing her financial planning fee very, very quickly and providing way more value, and I'm giving her my system to do that. So you were led to believe that you have to shift your beliefs to take the right action to get the right results. Now, you were led to believe that you have to have total confidence to have the success that you want. Or maybe you were led to believe that you need to figure it all out first before you get started. But you don't. You don't. So does this make sense that what you need to do is just get in the right environment and borrow the beliefs and take the appropriate actions? Like, what are the business skills and tools that you're missing, that you're not taught in your broker-dealer, that could help you skyrocket your success? Because do you see how shifting your beliefs and behaviors will help you make more money? And are you committed to making 2016 your best year ever? Because the only way for me to help you get those results is that you have to be totally, totally committed to your success. And that's just one little thing. It's called a decision. So are you committed to making 2016 your best financial year ever, so you can be congruent with what you do and help more people? It's time to have your financial breakthrough. Whatever is beyond that wall for you, whatever you saw, whatever it is, you want to double your income, you want your assets under management to get to 10 million or 20 million or 200 million, whatever it is, that you can have that, so you can have exactly what you want, the lifestyle you want, the time with your family, the freedom, so that you know money is coming month after month after month, reoccurring, so you don't have to freak out and be the one that's not financially free. You're the one that gets to hit your financial goals. You get to hit those financial goals too. So here are your next steps. Whether you work with me or not, and obviously if you work with me, I hope you do, because I know my clients get results. But if you don't, you still got to follow these steps to get the fast results. You have to find a trusted mentor. You've got to find a community of like-minded people who want the same thing, and you have to commit. You got to be committed to your success. So here's my question to you. Would you like to get hands-on mentoring? Join a community of like-minded women. Have financial confidence. Build your own wealth, not just everybody else's. Secure your financial future and be totally, totally congruent with who you are and what you do and why you're on this planet. And I know that might be cheesy for some, but man, I'm all about making the difference and having what you want in your life, because you're here for a reason and you have an impact to make. And when you can step into what you need and you need to gain your own financial independence, then you can help other people do the same. So look, I know I've just brushed over what this Fem Mentorship is all about. So I don't expect you to make a decision today of whether or not the mentorship is right for you. But I do expect you to make a decision today that, yes, I want to know more. I want to move forward. I want to grow my business. I want to have everything you said. I want that. And that's the question I'm asking for you, because the mentorship is not for everyone. So I'm going to give you an opportunity to make a call with me, and I can't promise that you're going to be accepted into the program. And trust me, there's no need for convincing, because the people who are not right for the program, I'm going to tell you it's not right. Not because it's mean, but because I only want the people who I know I can help succeed. So here's what the Fem Mentorship will entail. First, you're going to need to make a discovery call. So you want to set up a call with me, and that's your opportunity to work with me in some capacity. And our job is to figure out if it's a match, okay? If I'm going to be able to help you in the way that you want help, if I'm going to help you get the shortcuts that you need. And so what you want to do is go to robincrane.com/femcall. So you're going to want to do that now. I'm going to give you some bonus to do so. But again, you don't need to know if the Fem Mentorship is right for you or not. That's why we're going to do the call. But regardless, what I do want to do on the call is really help you get clear on where to focus so that you can start making more money and making a bigger impact. Because I talk to people all the time, we do these discovery calls, and they're like totally, I just talked to a woman today, she was totally focused on the wrong thing, like focused on, creating this package that like she didn't even have, I can't even explain it, but it was so confusing, and she could have spent another year or two had we not gotten her focused and clear on what to do next. So regardless of where you want, you're here for a reason. And I'm willing to take risk and put my time on the line for you at no charge. You get to go robincrane.com/femcall. Let's see if the mentorship is right for you. Great. If not, there's other options. We have a 2-day sales event coming up, and there are other options to help move you forward. So definitely make that call. But let me tell you what you're going to get when you make that call today. And I know I only have a few spots, so when you go to my calendar, I opened it for a few days, but I have an event coming up. I have a lot going on. I do webinars all the time, so you want to make sure to book your call today. And when you do, you're also going to get my money mask for free. Now, this is something that I use to get financial planning clients, not just financial planning clients, but I do a lot of money coaching. So this is a way where you can have my template of what I give to clients before they come to a call with me. And so that I can have total clarity about their money. They have more value because they come to the call with total clarity. And then it helps me really understand where they are. And it basically makes it a lot easier to close them if they're a match. So I'm going to give you that template when you sign up today. Make sure you do that right away because it will fill up. But you're going to, again, want to go to robincrane.com/femcall. And again, just to be clear, this gives you an opportunity to learn more about the Fem Mentorship to see if it's right for you. But it also gives you an opportunity to get some clarity, get some help about where to focus so that you can start getting some customized help. Because I know this will help everyone, but I know you could ask me one question and like just getting the answer for that might help you tremendously. Could be the difference between making $5,000 now and $10,000, a month later. So I want to help you with that. So here's what you're going to get. In the Fem Mentorship, you're going to get some live coaching calls. So I want to go over this a little bit so you have an idea of what to get, and then I don't have to explain it all on the call. Let me take a sip of water. But this is a 6-month program, and it's seriously, like I told you, it's like the thing I'm most proud of creating because it's even better than I ever imagined. I mean, my clients, I have one-on-one clients who, before this existed, who are getting phenomenal results, but the clients in my Fem Mentorship are getting even faster results because it's not just my mentoring, it's all the success building on success. And one of the things that we do are these live coaching calls, and they're twice per month. And this is not like any other coaching calls out there. Like I haven't seen this, and I could be wrong, but I don't know if you know many other programs, but it's not like you show up to the call and then basically, you just ask, I teach some content and you ask some random questions in the last 10 minutes. This is actually a call where you come with, you're going to hand in a group call form. It's going to tell me you have one question, what's your one question and what's your outcome. And the reason I do that, it's very simple for you to do, but it gets you super focused and clear on what you want. And you just have to do a few minutes of thinking beforehand. And then you can even submit some documents for me, and I'll show you how that looks. And then on the call, you get hot seats. So you get private coaching on the call, and everybody else gets to hear. So that way, when it's not your turn, you get to hear everybody else's as well. So that way, it's just incredible. It's very, very hands-on. It's a done with you system. And I'll show you, I'll give you an example of some of the results. So here are these clients, Faith and Hope, who I showed you before. And they came to the call. Their question was, how do we get on the front page of our local newspaper? It's actually a regional newspaper. And they had an email that they had submitted as their document for me to look at. And this was written to the editor of this newspaper. And so what we did during our group call is I shared my screen and started to go over, and actually I do beforehand actually go over stuff and write notes and change things. And so I gave them tips on what to do and what to write to the editor so that they would more likely get on the front page and kind of close this deal, get on the article. And it was just amazing because they followed the coaching, and then they got help from the other ladies. And then I told them to submit a pre-written article. So it's much easier for them, which they did, which I helped them with, and boom, they got on the front page. And this just happened last week. So it was very, very exciting. And then they got on another publication, a women's publication. And then they had this up on their Facebook and got 1,500 views in one day. So it just skyrocketed. And then they got immediately, that one day, got 2 calls for consultations, and things just started to take off. This was last week, so it's not like everything's happened, but this was a huge thing that they focused on during the call, and that was an immediate result that they got within 30 days. So very, very cool. The second thing that we do in our Fem Mentorship program is I do these 2 live 3-day events with hot seats. So again, you come with what you want help with. This is not come for information. Remember, it's implementation. So you're not coming to sit there and listen to me just teach you a bunch of things that are irrelevant. You come, you tell me, because everybody, whether you're financial planners or not, everybody has different things that they need to sort it out right now. And so I'll do a hot seat with each person. So you get your own timed time. And then whatever you want to get done, we get done. Our theme of the weekend, excuse my language, but we say this, sorry, but it's very, very true, is we get shit done. And they walk out of there with stuff done. One of the things that actually one woman wanted was she wanted a video for her website. And now she had paid $15,000 for having some guy come in one day to her business to get her videos done, and she never even used them. And then her hot seat, she wanted to do the video, so we prepared it. Then we came out in the lobby and we recorded it, and now this is on her website. And in fact, I even edited it for her. So literally she walked out of there with her video, and she was ready to go and put it on her website within the week. So I'm talking, we get stuff done. It's not just, oh, let me learn some information. No, it's let's get it done. What do you need? Let's get her done. And it's really, really amazing because it's just different than anything else I've seen. The third thing we have in the program are what we're calling now Robin reviews, and that's what I was starting to talk about in the group calls. But that you upload documents on Google or Facebook, and then I'll actually do my homework ahead of time. If you want copy, web copy for me to look at, if you want me to look through your sales script and tweak that, if you're going to an event, you got an elevator pitch you want me to tweak, marketing pieces, photos you want me to give my opinion on, or you want me to look at your website and layout, totally cool. Submit it, let me look at it. Whatever you guys need, I will review it. And then when we jump on the calls, I'll go over it with you so you know specifically what to do next. So again, if you haven't done so already, make sure to book your call. It's robincrane.com/femcall. If you're wondering, well, should I do it or should I not? Remember, this is just an opportunity to have a conversation with me one-on-one to find out if it's right for you, and if it's not, to get specific action steps that you need, what you need to focus on. And you're going to want to do this right now so that you can get that money mask bonus. So definitely go there right now. I know it's going to fill up fast, so please go to robincrane.com/femcall, and I'll keep going to tell you more about this here. This is what the the site looks like when we do the call. You call in here, and then I share my screen. So that's just the program that we use. It's really awesome. So you get the screen and you get my feedback. And then the next thing we do is this central learning membership portal. So I just took a quick ugly snapshot. You'll see in a sec. It's kind of cutting off my face. But this is a membership site that really has all the recordings of the calls, all the recordings of the hot seats from the events, anything I think is relevant. Like you tell me you need help with your sales process, I put up something that we call the Holy Grail of Sales, which is our amazing template. Exercises. I don't put up a ton of stuff that's not relevant because I don't want you getting lost in information, but anything that you need to help you implement, I have, access to. If it's something I have, or my husband's also a business consultant, we have a huge team, and so there's always stuff that I can put up there to help you move forward. So it's a nice place just to find everything. And here's what it looks like when you show up. It's not that cut off, but I took a quick snapshot. And the last thing you have is anytime access. I said Voxer, but we use WhatsApp now. But this is honestly the most valuable thing of the 6-month program, like the most valuable. Now, what it is, it doesn't matter if you know the apps or not, but it's direct access to me and the ladies whenever you want, anytime throughout the 6 months. So literally, I can look on my WhatsApp right now, and I can see that, Teresa sent a message. She just said, well, it's awesome when it yields results. Like I just, and she said, I just, booked my talk or whatever. And we have these like crazy messages going off about oftentimes their celebrations. And oftentimes it's like, oh, Robin, I'm about to go into a meeting. It's coming up in 2 hours. Can you give me some tips here? Or, someone is like, I just did this blog, and is this the right way to approach it? And then she might show me something really quickly. And it's not just me, but it's the other ladies. And I've actually, even though the Fem Mentorship doesn't start till July, I can't help myself but give bonuses because I want you to succeed like now. I'm impatient, so I don't want you to have to wait till July. So I've already started the WhatsApp group. We have 5 members already in this program, and it's just a place to share. And I'm going to tell you what I just got on WhatsApp just the other day. I'm going to show you in a sec. This is from, I already showed you the new Fem. I'll just read this. Here she goes. So Jen, who I said she just sold her strategy session for $300. When we spoke the other day, she was going to sell it for $250, and she goes, "Hey Robin, I sold my first strategy session today. Pitch was a little messy, but it's a yes." And I'm like, "Oh my God, that's amazing for $250." And she's like, "Actually, I went a little rogue at the last minute and went for $300. So her confidence is even greater than I thought because she just borrowed the belief, took the action, sold it for $300. Like I said, that was her first time doing that, and she started last week. So that's helpful to celebrate, but it's also helpful when problems arise, which will happen because we are women. We have doubts sometimes. Whenever you're feeling low, whenever you feel like you need some love and help, and as cheesy as it is, our Fem ladies just freaking love each other and support each other so much. It's very tight. I think I showed you a picture, but here it is. I have it on my wall there because I love these ladies. Anyway, so that's really, really the most valuable thing is having anytime access. That means whenever you need help during the program, you get it. It's incredible. Here's WhatsApp. That's what the app looks like. So here are the things you get. This is like the main chunks of the program are the coaching calls, the 3-day event, the Center of Excellence for your docs, the membership site, and anytime access. So again, if you haven't done so already, I'm not looking at it here yet. So let's see. I'm always wondering why people are on the fence. Here we go. I see one person just made an appointment. L, I won't say your last name just in case, but L, said she's having trouble staying positive. So thank you for being honest with that. And I hope you're not having trouble on this call, but she needs a little help with her beliefs, it sounds like. So I wonder if we can bring Elle on to see, now I know kind of the challenge, but I want to first congratulate you for taking the action. I see another one here, Christina. Thank you, Christina. Congratulations for that. Geez, so you guys are hitting. Wow, I'm not going to have many left. Jean, congratulations. Wow, we're all going to talk. This is amazing. Great job. Oh, goodness, lady. Oh, my gosh, you guys are awesome. You're really taking action. That's amazing. So we got Tamala. I'm just looking on my phone here. Tracy. You guys are awesome. Michelle, this is an action taker. Oh, Michelle from Woodbury Financial. That was my first broker dealer. I left, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Teresa, good job, ladies. Julia, if you haven't signed up yet, clearly you need to because holy cow, there aren't going to be many spots left. I don't even know if there are. Sarah, Northern Mutual. Wow, congratulations, guys. This is awesome. So I think that might be most of them. I don't even know. Gosh, good job, ladies. Congratulations. So good. So those of you who signed up today, you're going to get that money mask for free. Make sure you sign up now because I have it right here on my phone. And the money mask, again, just so you, because mask is my thing. This is my little branding thing. But I want you to know that the outcome of this is that you have something to give to clients before they show up to the call. Like if you have, maybe it's an in-person meeting, I do calls now, but if you have a potential client that's going to meet with you and you want to start them off where you have really an understanding of where they are financially, it's just such an easier way to understand how you can help them. It's not just to close them, it's really understanding how you can provide more value and what questions you can ask. And I had Jen, actually, the one I was just mentioning, she told me that she usually gives them, like people who are going to meet with her, she gives them something to fill out using e-money. And she said, but most of the time they don't fill it out. And I'm like, wow, that's really interesting because every time I do this and someone books a strategy session with me, they always fill it out because that's just the standard I set. And because of that, I know exactly where they are financially. I know exactly how I can begin to help them. And so this is really important. If you haven't signed up yet, make sure you get this because I'm basically giving away my system. Like I have nothing to, like, I got to just tell you guys, like, I'm kind of like all about, if you haven't noticed, I'm all about results. So I'm not like so proprietary. I'm not like coveting all my information. Like Jen, I just gave her my system and I'm like, here, use this. You want to use it? Use this. Because I just want you guys to get the results. And I really feel like the biggest challenge right now in the financial planning industry is the training that you guys just aren't getting. So this is stuff that they're not teaching you how to do. And unfortunately, the way the industry is going, it's all very much, product based and, all about, don't get me started on the issues, but everything goes to the back end. Like the financial companies are getting paid more. Your payout is probably crap also, which is a big issue I have, you making 40 or 50%. It's just ridiculous. But don't get me started on that. But my point is that the training is really lacking and it doesn't always provide the client with the best path to really get what they need. And many times what people need more than anything it's not always a product. It oftentimes is clarity. It oftentimes is understanding and being in control of their money. And this is what the money mask gives them. So I want to give that to you. So if you haven't signed up yet, go to robincrane.com/femcall with 2 M's, female empowered money makers. So just to be clear on who this is not for, because I just want to make sure that you know who you are and who you're not, right? And also I don't want to waste my time and I don't want to waste your time. So this is not for you this is not for you. What? That's not right. This is for you. I think this was edited wrong. This is for you if you are serious about creating success. If you love helping others, try not to look at that because that's a typo. This is for you if you love helping others and want to supercharge your impact in a profitable way. You're coachable and will commit. And you're willing to invest in yourself and take action. So if you haven't signed up already and you are serious about creating success, then go to robincrane.com/femcall. I'm kind of perplexed why you haven't already because I haven't looked at the numbers, but this is what always happens. There's always people who are hanging out and they want to sign up, but there's some fear. There's that part of their brain, that damn critter brain that's like, no, she might try to sell you. No, she might, might be, I don't know what you're thinking. I'd actually like to know. Why don't you put it in the chat of why you haven't signed up yet and what's holding you back? Because maybe I can help you. No, I just want information. I don't want to be in the program, like whatever is cool. Like, and I don't want you to just do it for information, but definitely I do want you to do it because you want to move forward, whether we're fit or not. I want you to move forward in your business and start getting the results. Jeez, I'm passionate about this. I want to help you. And you know what? If we don't work together now, we may work together someday because I'm all about providing the value. And then when it is right for you, it's great. And I don't try to sell anyone. I just try to discover if it's a match. And that's what I teach you how to do as well. So it's not for you. This is what the slide top is, right? It's not for you if you're looking to get rich quick. I don't have like get rich quick schemes. If you're hoping someone else will do it for you, if you're not willing to be coachable, And if you're not willing to invest in yourself to improve your life, yes, if you work with me in some capacity, of course, there will be an investment. But when you pay attention. And like I said, when I had to pay, I actually didn't mention this, but I know my clients get the results. When they pay attention. And so there's half the work is done for them when they make the investment. But what I did when I started working with my coach, I told you I was making, jeez, sorry guys, my iPad is going off. How do I toss this somewhere? Got a call. This is not my iPad. It's my husband's. It was not me. It's my sister-in-law calling my husband. Thanks for being understanding about life in general. So when I started to hire my coach, I was making $2,000 a month, and really his fee was exorbitant compared to what I was making. But in the end, it was free, because what happened was I started to make money so quickly and started to, doubled and doubled and doubled my income so many times that it didn't end up costing me anything. And if I had just done nothing, if I had just basically said, oh, I'll just figure it out on my own, I probably would have never hit six figures and beyond, So I'm very, very grateful that I had to make an investment, because then I really, really got serious about making it happen, and it was no longer an option. So you got to be willing to invest. And if you're willing to accept your excuses instead, then it's probably not a right fit for you. So I do care about the personality, that you really care about helping people. You want to make a bigger difference. That's really, really important to me, that you're here for the right reasons. You're in the financial planning to really make an impact and help people's lives. And I want to help you do that, because you guys have such great potential to help so many people who need it so badly. So here's what to do next. Of course, make your discovery call. So some of you still haven't. You're still on the fence, not sure why. But go ahead and do that, and I'll see if anyone else comes in here. But robincrane.com/femcall. Oh, we did. Hey, good job. Here, wow, amazing. Whoa, my calendar is going to be so full. So Katie says, thanks for sharing your experience and expertise. You're welcome, Katie. Thank you. Laura, you are in. Jessica is in. Holy cow, you guys are amazing. Just had to. Karen is in. Chrissy, better if no one. Oh my God, this is just blowing up. You are awesome. I love you guys. It's so great. You're ready to take action. Jennifer would like to discuss the best structure for RIA to be in the industry. Great. That'll be definitely a customized call we can do. Anita, good to see you, Anita. Got Marjean, sorry if I'm not pronouncing that wrong. Looking forward to chatting. You've been in the industry a while. And Lynette, great. Well, you guys are keeping me very, very busy, and it's crazy because I would normally have not taken that many calls, but I didn't put a limiter on it because I didn't know that there would be so many people on this call and you guys would be so ready to take action. So congratulations. I'm really, really impressed by you. I know that you're here to really make a huge impact. And I'm so glad because, like I said, you guys have so much potential. So again, we're going to focus on implementation, not information. Here are the main chunks of the course.